Can I send one text?
No distractions.
Quickly.
Depends who it's to. Yeah, you have to tell everyone who you're sending the text to. Yeah.
Okay.
Always. By the government, am I right? Always listening.
Oh, God. Yeah. Goddamn government.
That's why I live under this bridge.
What
Can't
bridge?
find you under a bridge with those satellites.
What bridge?
This bridge I'm living under.
This bridge.
The bridge.
This current bridge that we're
The
under.
bridge.
The bridge, okay.
I live under a DVD of the television series The Bridge.
You live under one single DVD.
Yes, it's very cold. I'll be honest, I might as well just call myself homeless at this point. Living under one DVD, not a house.
no, it's actually not.
You need at least 10 DVDs
At
to call
least
that
10.
a house.
Really? I think you need a little bit more than just 10 DVDs. I think a little bit more than
But they want you to think.
No, that's kind of...
10 to 12 DVDs, you got yourself a home.
It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time.
Hello and welcome to the A Wonderful Waste of Time podcast. What?
I don't know. I thought you was going to say something else there, but I don't know.
No. Like what?
No. I know. It's just like the...
Episode number.
I don't know. Well, no.
13, I think this is.
Is it 13?
I believe
You
so.
lost count.
Oh, it's
Do you
the
not know how
unlucky
to count?
episode.
Is this where we found out you don't know how
He's
to
the
count?
peril. One of us is going to die in this episode.
Wow, that got
It's
really
episode
dark
13.
really quick. You know what? I don't like that. because we
That's
were just talking about
superstition
ghosts.
and
We were
law.
talking about
We were
ghosts
talking
as
about
well.
ghosts because there was a flickering light and a car outside.
Yeah, but still though, man. Like,
Neither of
why
those
would you say
ghost
that,
things.
man? I don't.
You want to
feel
talk
like,
about ghosts, you should check out that bloke behind you.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like, because I'm seeing the darkness right there. you know
That
what I
is a
mean?
bit creepy over
That's
there.
a
I'm
creepy-
feeling you.
I like. I want to close the door.
Not feeling you like that ghost is.
Yeah, let's
Fondle
let's just change
behind the
subject.
earlobes.
Change the subject.
13th episode.
13th.
Which means unlucky things might happen.
But it's not a Friday.
Fortunate. It depends. If you're listening to this on a Friday, it might be you.
yeah. Somebody. No, I'm not going to wish that on top of anyone, to be fair.
Oh no, I'm not wishing it. I'm just saying it might be.
It could
There's
happen.
a chance at any moment
to be
any of us
fair,
could die.
The reality is, you could be listening to any of them. It could be the second one, and boom, lightning.
True.
Yeah.
But it will be
So-
because of this episode still somehow. Because it's number 13. My name is Kross Drayli, and with me as always is...
SG, and I've got a public service announcement.
Go for it.
Do not listen to the podcast while crossing the road.
Yeah, if you're listening to this while out and about,
Crossing
make
the
sure
road.
to check your surroundings.
Yeah.
Just in general.
This one in
Not
particular.
even...
The other
This one in
ones just,
particular is going to be
okay.
worse.
Like, the other ones, just be mindless, do what you want.
Also,
But
apart from just crossing the roads, look up every now and then in case there's a piano suspended above the side of the houses.
do you know what?
Because of piano movies, because it might drop on you.
Really crazy advert.
Also, check
yeah.
you don't fall down any manholes.
Really crazy
Or slip on
advert
banana
today.
peels.
Really crazy advert today, right? Are
Yeah.
you done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really crazy advert today, right? Where it's a Chinese advert, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese advert. Yes. And
It's irrelevant, but go on.
Yeah. Well, you know. But basically, they got the All Blacks, the rugby team. from
New Zealand.
Yeah. It's really interesting, actually, because basically, at first, it's just them arriving in the centre of whatever city, right? And then they just go tackle people. Right? And you're thinking, right, they're just
practice.
they're just going out there just fucking shit
Their
up,
job,
man.
right?
Like, yeah, man. But then it goes back to the first person who got tackled, and it's like certain drops from the sky, like she was about to get hit by something. It wasn't an anvil, which it should have been, but you know, boom.
Anvil, safe, piano.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, if anything's gonna fall from the sky, it's got to be those three, or
something
not.
someone threw up in the sky and didn't come back down earlier. That's also acceptable in cartoons.
Okay. I mean, like, but it wouldn't, like, I don't know, what are you going to throw up that's going to hurt?
Anything.
As much as the anvil.
A ball.
piano.
He could have thrown a rugby ball up really high, or one of them could have kicked it up in the air, and they were like, "How does it come back down again?" And then at the end of the advert, it hits them.
No.
That's an advert.
That's terrible. It's terrible. Well, the particular advert I'm talking about was really good, actually. And that was that, really. There we go. So,
Right.
the podcast.
So this is the show where we look deeper into the things that we like.
Like the advert.
Like that advert. Yeah. You want to psychoanalyze that advert quickly? What was the real meaning of the advert?
The real meaning of the advert is really it's things are not as they seem. Because at first you're like, yo, these people are just taking people out. What's going on? But then right after you're like, rah, they just saved their lives, man. Then you just got to be like, rah, yeah. Sometimes you can't just...
Oh, so he tackled her to stop her from having something land on her.
Bam.
You didn't explain that bit
Well,
that
because
well.
you just kind of cut it through, you know. I
Well, I'm sorry, I was making it more elaborate. Really, you don't know what if it had another flashback to earlier, and the rugby player had thrown it up in the first place. So really, he didn't actually save her. He was the one who put her in peril. He was just writing his
doubt that's
wrongs.
what happened, because it looked like they just landed off a plane, to be fair. Like, it looked like they just come off the plane.
Maybe he threw it out of the plane.
Crazy. Timing of an absolute marksman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Absolute mark. Imagine that was the way you chose to assassinate people. By dropping things from planes and then just fucking off. You'd have to be so skilled.
Oh, wow. If you're able to do that, that's crazy, man. Like, you're unstoppable. Like, who's going to find you?
Speaking of killing people, though, I actually have I actually have a thing to say. I have sort of an amendment for a previous episode.
Are you going to make some Usher-style confession, but this one's going to land you in jail and be probably... Like, what's going on?
My confession.
Yeah. I just go to people. Like.
I throw things out of airplanes. And sometimes they land on people's faces. I have sort of an amendment for an earlier episode. So it's not really an amendment, it's more like a tacking on to something before. Okay. So I had one where I went on a bit of a rant about Watch Dogs 2.
Whoa, I remember
clearly,
that.
someone at Ubisoft listens to this podcast. Because I'm assuming I'm the only person who's ever influenced them. Yeah. It might not be outside sources or their own ideas. But they've done DLC, which has 2 new non-lethal weapons.
Okay.
Which would make the game more what I said it should be. Yeah. One of them is an air shotgun, and the other one is a sniper stun rifle, the exact thing I described in that episode. So I'm pretty sure that was my doing.
I mean, like, you can write them a letter and be like, you're welcome.
Exactly. Just that. Don't say who it's from. That's the ultimate threat, surely. That's the letter I'm going to send people before I drop things out of aeroplanes onto them. Just, you're welcome. Boom, death. No, you're welcome, signed podcast episode 13. The podcast of death.
I really hope no one does. Like...
I'm just incriminating us slightly if something does go wrong with someone while listening.
I mean, if like by any chance someone's listening to this podcast,
please
something falls on their
die
head.
right now. Now is the worst opportunity for us to have one of our listeners die.
It's turning really morbid. So
this is the version of the podcast where we go into different categories. We pick a topic and then we explain some aspect of that thing that we want to go into deeper. Also, quickly before we start, because we've got talking about so much murder, we're recording at Studio 3 Arts in Barking, a community centre that helps people doing any form of artistic creation.
Yes.
Shout outs to them. They're like our unpaid sponsor, essentially. We just shout them out because we use their stuff.
Space. Yeah. I'm just trying to take it away from murder. Everything in my head is murder.
Oh, it'll be back. I'm going to pick the most murderous things I have on my list to talk about now. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Why?
Why is that a thing? Like,
why are violins the most evil instrument?
Oh man, I think it's the pitch, man.
It's just strings in general,
and it's just like the scratching noise. But you know what it is? It's that scratching effect. Because you know when you hit like, you know when like something is like scratching on the floor, like a really heavy object,
metallic
you get that
scratching.
Yeah. Oh. That
it's off-putting.
It pierces your soul.
It makes your spine tingle.
Pierces your soul, like literally.
Do you want to make that? Do you want to do some string noises while I spin the wheel?
I'll go for it. Let's see. Ready?
Go. Can be a bit folky.
No, you know,
you may be the person to talk first, but let's find out which category you'll be talking about. So which of our, I want to say 7 categories. I always forget how many categories there is. You ready? Go. Or just do one big crescendo. TV. Television.
Cool. Right. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know what? This is something I've always wanted to...
Have you got like a murdery one?
No, well, you know what? There's always murder in this, actually. It's my old thing about...
This is a concept, not a specific program.
It's around a specific program,
okay,
and then a wider thing that comes from it. Right?
Perfect. That is entirely the point of this show.
Whoa, crazy!
You've done a good job. I'm proud of you.
Crazy stuff.
It's like you've planned.
So basically, I know. It's like, whoa, Jesus Christ. And you know, any other gods there? To be fair, Cameron for
anyone who's listening.
Yeah. Go Buddha. What?
That was a weird thing to say. That's why this episode's unlucky, because you're going to have everyone on our case for bringing up religion for no apparent reason and just naming random deities. Or in the case of Buddha, not really so much a deity, more as a state of being.
So, what I wanted to touch on was me moving to the UK, right? I've noticed something, which is, if you grow up in the UK, and, you know, you grow up watching the 5 main channels, everyone...
The terrestrial channels.
Everyone, yeah. Everyone has watched Eastenders. Everyone has gone through a period of watching Eastenders.
Everyone has seen some portion of Eastenders.
Yeah, definitely. If it's like, you know, you still watch it now, but, you know,
so weird that you're choosing to talk about
it's and soaps in general.
Just soaps in general, yeah. I suppose it's more, you've definitely, even if you haven't seen Eastenders, you've definitely at some point watched the soap opera.
Yeah, definitely. You must have. But can we all just, like, I just want to get something clear. Like, this is more just me just trying to just open a ground here, which is like, are we all in agreement that they are shit?
I am.
Okay, cool. Because,
I can't speak for everyone else.
No,
but since they're not here, allow me to.
Yeah, thank you. So, no, because it's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell everyone why they're shit, right? And I don't judge people for watching soap operas. I do somewhat, but I don't judge people, you know, a lot for watching soap operas, because we all need distractions in our lives, you know. People think anime is a bit too, you know, just too wacky or silly, whatever. That's
no, don't lie.
I know.
Everyone thinks anime is perverted.
Well, anime is
a lot of the time it is.
Yeah, I mean, like that's
half the fun.
What anime you been watching? Anyways, no, but let's just break it down, right? Let's just break it down.
I've been watching this anime called Hentai. I don't know if you've seen it before.
This is like the best one, and I think it's amazing. Like, they really embrace it. Like,
it's weird because every time we watch it, entirely new set of characters. No real story.
The stories are a bit wild, but
they're
I tell you, the characters are
very
so
well
written
drawn to be very individual.
Yeah.
So, like, you could go and watch them in any order, and it still makes sense.
And like, it's great because it's a cartoon, so it's for kids, right?
Oh, that's another topic for another day.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, but let's just break it down, right? So we all know the acting is like, I don't know, and the thing is, I don't think people who act in soaps are bad actors. No, it's just, you know, same way as if you do a pantomime, there's a certain way you have to act.
Yes,
I agree
with that.
You know what I mean? But the style of soap operas, the acting is fucking ridiculous.
It can be very limiting to actors.
It's ridiculous because it's just overplay everything.
Yeah, there are some very good actors who have been in soap operas. Yeah. And you think, how did they come out of that? But then you realise, no, they were a good actor. It's just that's what they're being told to do in that context.
That's just, you know, that's soap opera acting. That's the whole... I think maybe, you know, just sticking out there, maybe that's the only way it can work. If it's same way. So I mean, I've done pantomime before, and like one of the best advice I was given is the only way this will work is if you fucking commit to it. You know, you have like if you know it's silly, you gotta go for silly. You've got to go
about the fact that you've
for
done
the.
pantomime.
I know it's crazy stuff.
What did you do? What did you play?
We are gonna. That's definitely another day.
No, we're not. That's just incorrect. Number 13, unlucky. Explain to me what you did in the panto.
Oh man, right. This is.
What was the panto for a start?
It was an Easter adaptation, right?
Of the movie Hop.
No. It's
with Russell Brand as a rabbit.
Not so much Jack and the Beans. No, not Jack and the Beans. So what's the one with the sisters?
The sisters, the ugly sisters, Cinderella.
It was a little bit like Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Yeah, it was a little bit like Cinderella. And
who are you?
I may have played one of the dames.
One of the dames.
Which, okay, let me explain this to you, right? So I just get down to the brass tacks of it for everyone. Absentmindedly, let me just build up, because no, this is worth it, trust me. I absentmindedly thought, when I saw the advert for it, a dame, I thought I would be in a dog's costume kind of thing. So it was a pantomime in some sort of dog get up. So I thought,
you were thinking a Dane, like a great Dane.
Yeah.
So basically what's happened here is you don't know what the word Dane means.
Which is basically what's happening here, right? And I turn up, right?
So
and
you thought you were going to be a dog. You were playing an old lady, I'm assuming.
Oldish, maybe.
Wonderful.
Middle-aged. Very colourful. And this is what I was. Yeah, so that's what. Wow,
is what you're
unlucky.
Is what you're saying to
How
me?
You roped me.
You were in Cinderella and you played one of the ugly sisters.
It's panto, man. We got to do these things.
But you thought you were playing a dog. That's the best thing about this.
I told you as well.
You thought you were playing a Great Dane.
I thought it'd be like a Dane. I thought it'd be like a little
a Dane who no one has ever referred to as just Dane without the great in front of it. And it's also a different word.
I realise now. I mean, I realised the moment I got there. Just how.
Yeah, it must have been an awkward audition when they asked you to start performing and you crawled around on the stage panting. Let's go back to Eastenders so that you can you can get out of this. That's one of my favourite stories of all time.
No, it's a great story, and I like. It's just one of those experiences I'm kind of happy I've had, but fucking hell. Anyways, so the acting, the acting style is it's ridiculous, right? It's just overplay everything. The stories though, and like, I mean, let's just have a moment here. Movies, it makes sense that the extreme happens in a movie because it's like this is a one-off kind of event, right? But how the fuck have people watched EastEnders for 10 years and not thought life is not that fucked up every day?
Well, I think people have thought that. But it's just entertaining, so they still watch
it. I know, it's entertaining. That's why people watch Big Brother and shit like that.
Basically, everywhere in a soap opera is like a land of death.
Fucking hell.
It does make you question why people are moving there, because surely the newspapers have reported on the amount of death that's happened there. Like, before you move anywhere, you go, how many people have died there? You're not going to look it up and go, oh my God, look at all the people that have died in... What is EastEnders?
It's like, wait, what's this? What? Every Christmas someone has died? What? And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like...
And the brilliant soap opera trope of every time there's a wedding, someone has died as well. That's like one of the best soap opera tropes.
You can't celebrate New Year's or Christmas.
It's a bit risky to get married.
Jesus. So there's that, and then it's the characters. It's the character kind of the build up to it. So it's how they want to introduce some characters, which is literally they just plop them in. They're like, oh, you know, blah 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 from blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah,
established.
Blah, blah, blah.
You know what I mean? Characters established, and you're like, seriously,
plonk someone in.
Yeah,
done.
Or Eastenders. I can only reference
Someone's
Eastenders,
relative.
right?
Yeah,
because mostly because that's what like my family have watched. And
it's either someone's buying the pub or someone's related to someone who's already in it.
Or this is what I loved when they needed to tackle the younger, diverse crowd.
They hired some people from Hollyoaks,
and they just plonked like some ethnic youth in there, innit? There was just this one guy in particular. I can't remember his name, and it's like he was. When he first got introduced, I was like, you just literally was like, oh, we're going to stick for some stereotypes here. Chuck him
Bit of a
there.
token character.
And that, you know, they had the original token character, which was the old black guy. I can't remember his name.
Patrick.
Is that Yeah.
He's beloved, though.
He's beloved because he stuck around for so long, being basically the
An iconic hat.
Yeah.
That's always helpful.
Yeah. Was it his wife that caught stroke?
Oh, I don't know.
Man, crazy stuff.
I remember he shanked Pat Butcher at one point.
See, look at this! Like, whose life is this?
I don't know why I remember
like,
that.
Fuck's sake.
That's the other thing with soap operas. Why do I know things that have happened in them?
Yeah, it's because people in school, people would always talk about it. It was a really big talking point in school, which really pissed me off after the time. Because sometimes, I can't lie, I felt to the pressure of, I might as well watch it. So
that's why I remember that he shagged Pat Butcher. Because he still didn't take his motherfucking hat off. That was a badass move. Yeah. I remember them being in bed together, and he still had his hat on.
His hat on in bed
because he's a fucking classy guy.
What?
Or maybe he's insecure about his hair.
Airlines
can't judge him for that.
Airlines receding, man. I mean, like life, right? I guess you know. Sometimes your hairline recedes. Sometimes you're dressed as a woman when you think
you're going to be a dog.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, so that's just, you know what, that was just me touching on soap operas. I really want to know if people genuinely, like, why? Just why? Like, I mean, which soap operas have you watched?
I've seen, like, the vast majority of them at some point. So
never seen the Hollyoaks or...
Hollyoaks is the one that I will watch if it comes on and I can't be asked to change the channel.
Yeah.
The others I'm more inclined to be like, change this.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
So my family used to watch pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
So I used to see a lot of them. Hollyoaks I just see because it's like on sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just get up and it's on TV and then it's just like I watch it until I awake enough to change the channel. So I see bits of it.
Yeah,
but the wonderful thing, and this is part of what I wanted to talk about as well, because I like that you're talking about this because I have some opinions on this as well. But I like that I can watch Hollyoaks with a week or two gap in between, come back to it, same story still happening, pick straight back up into it.
That's a testament to how
that's part of how it works. That it goes on infinitely.
Yeah,
because it's on so much that they have to drag every storyline out. And I feel like that's part of the reason why everyone's seen some amount of soap opera, because I think it's kind of like a long con. And I feel like you eventually get to a point where you realise, hold on, I've watched this for 4 years and there's been 2 storylines.
Yeah, and it's the same thing happening over and over again. Mm-hmm. And it would just happen with someone else and you're like, oh, but it's the same thing.
And they get weirdly dark.
They got fucking seriously dark. Fucked up
for like
seriously
middle of the day stuff. They'll be like,
man,
oh, there's an event going on. It's like half the town has been massacred. About it,
they get so fucked up that they started having to put helplines at the end of it. Eastenders started having to put helplines at the end of it.
Do EastEnders do it now as well?
Yeah,
Hollyoaks have always done it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, EastEnders, I think they've done it from ages ago now. But like, I remember there was a period where they definitely didn't.
Part of the reason why it feels so dark is because it's still treated so lightly. Basically. Because they're being over dramatic. But then it'll be like cut away to a really shit joke because clearly these people writing comedy aren't comedy writers. But it'll go to something that's kind of like, did a light-hearted thing.
Do they have comedy?
They have
things that happen.
Comedy in quotation marks.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I mean. It's like light-hearted things. Yeah. It's clearly people that can write drama that can get dragged out. And I do feel like most of the writing is producers. I feel like it's producers going, this is the storyline that people will watch. This is what will sell. And then the writers essentially just write dialogue.
Yeah.
So I think it is like... It must be boring as well. I've got to think it must be boring to be a writer on something like that where you have to drag it out so long. Because you must be sitting there with ideas for other storylines and you're like, when are they going to greenlight my idea?
You never know. They may just chuck it in there for later. I mean, like, they've probably got ideas for fucking, like, the 90s still just popping around somewhere. You know what I mean?
Have.
Like, they're bringing back characters like it's fucking, I don't know.
Oh, of course they are.
Like it's a Christmas special or something and bring someone back. Hey, we ain't seen you for a couple years.
Where every day is a Christmas special.
Yeah, because something fuck's happening. Seriously, now, you know what? I actually had a go at my stepbrother the other day. Not a like proper like, you know, shouting at him go, but like why do you watch this shit kind of go? Like, because I was like, because seriously, what's going on? People, stop.
I do understand the aspects of it for some people, though, in being like just a thing to watch when you get in.
Read the news. I'm sorry, I hate to sound like my fucking dad, but read the fucking news. There we go. You want that much drama as well? Read the news. There's that much drama going on, like in somewhere in this world, but not
it's depressing if it's real.
It's depressing to have to deal with that shit over and over. You know what? Yeah, I seriously, I feel like it's just not good for people's health.
I do think there is far better television that you could be watching.
Far better television. So much better television.
That's the thing, though, because I feel like I don't like soap operas.
Yeah.
I don't really advocate them in general. I would rather there be more television. This is the same way I feel like about reality television. Like, I get why people watch it.
Yeah.
But it really annoys me that there are people out there that are writing far superior things that don't get made because it's easier and cheaper to make reality TV.
Reality TV's
and I know people that have worked on soap operas. I know people that probably still do work on soap operas and stuff like that.
Well,
and like, I think they all feel kind of similarly about them. Like, not that they go around constantly slagging them off, but just feeling like, from how I've heard it described from people that have worked on soap operas, it's a bit like walking into someone else's house.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, I can see what I could do here to make this house look better. This isn't my house, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
I just want to put a little side note in that. I am an actor, and if someone does want to cast me,
if you want to be in a soap opera, as a Great Dane. Or a Great Dane. It's a really good Dane.
Hey, Christmas special.
Oh, you can get killed.
I could be.
Well, you could be the killer.
Should I be the killer? Great Dane gone wild.
Oh, dog shows up and kills everyone, and you play the dog in first person, like POV. So you're actually behind the camera. You'll be mounting the camera.
I could do some live like sound effects.
You do the sound effects, like Dustin Hoffman in South Park.
There we go. I've got this. So
you've gone woof woof. You're a regular D. Bradley Baker now. Look at you busting out your animal noises.
Look, yeah, mate. Right. If we were near Dog Park right now, there would have been like
dogs
at
going
least
mad.
2 Dalmatians coming towards me right now. Like, that was a Dalmatian call. I'll give you the Chihuahua call.
Please.
If you, really?
Well, can you give me the Great Dane that you did for the audition?
No. We're not getting back to that. No, I just wanted to have a good rant about soap operas, to be fair. That was my whole film was just kind of, it was just Eastenders. Why does everybody watch it? And like, I'm sure there are certain other cultures apart from British culture where soap operas are a big thing. It's just, I guess, maybe with
I think it's
American
very much
culture,
a global thing.
Yeah, because American culture, maybe their soap operas are a little bit more stylized than ours, so we don't get the same feel.
I don't think they are. I think, if anything, from what I've seen of American soap operas, they're just fucking weirder. They're just more willing to go way further into the weirdness.
It's American.
Yeah, I suppose it's...
I mean, they're willing to go way further in most things.
Yeah, I suppose that
Spanish culture, actually, there's always that kind of running thing, you know, with Spanish and Mexican culture, the Spanish culture. So
theirs seem the most interesting, to be honest.
But theirs, do actually seem a bit interesting. But it's always love.
It feels like always quite love affair, kind of over dramatic.
Yeah. Whereas, like, the British ones are quite just depressing over dramatic, and it's like, I don't know why people keep doing this to themselves.
There's so many times in EastEnders you can hear someone say, "But I love you," in that voice, and it still feels like it has some sentiment to it.
I can't actually, like, it's just, I feel like it just reflects the worst of people sometimes as well. And like people watch this and think, you know what, this is on TV. I can actually be this character. And you're like, no, don't be these people. Don't be these people at all. And it gets blurred lines sometimes because the heroes turn into the villains and the villains turn into the heroes.
There's
and it's
a lot
like
of back and forth.
Yeah, and it's
anything
like
can happen with everyone.
What kind of moral sentence are you giving people here, man? Phil Mitchell was people's hero sometimes. Now he's a fucking drunkard. What's going on? Yeah.
Is he in his Iron Man period? He's just drunk all the time.
Last time I checked, he was
drunk
all
Iron
the time.
Man came back from it, so hopefully
the
same happens with Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, they're not quite the same kind of people, to be fair.
He's very similar to Tony Stark
Hollywood
in my
Boulevard
eyes.
to fucking...
They're both inventors.
What's that pub called? What's the pub called?
The Queen Vic.
Is it the Queen Vic?
I think so.
Okay, cool. There. Nice.
I was going to say, I do think there's something to be said with soap operas in terms of familiarity, though. I think that's a large reason why people still watch them, because I think it's easy viewing.
It's definitely easy
It's just like you can go and watch it every now and then, but you end up watching it all the time. And it's just, you can see all these same characters and you know who they are because you see the same people so often.
I mean, yeah.
I understand why some people watch them. It's the same with anything,
though, isn't it? Like, I mean,
I'm just not a huge fan of it.
Nah, it's the same with anything, I guess.
And
like,
as much as it can be really dark
that.
stuff, it's quite tame. As much as there's fucked up things that happen, they don't tend to show it because they're not going to go for anything dramatic, artistic, or anything like that.
I think that's more.
Nobody's going to Negan someone to death.
Yeah, so
in Albert Square.
This is what I was going to say. I mean, like,
if Phil Mitchell shows up drunk with a baseball bat, and starts,
he's not going to stop pounding people's heads in. No,
meanie, and all that.
I'm not up to that.
Oh well,
by the way. I know it happens.
You don't want to get Negan.
Everybody doesn't show up about it, but
that's the Phil Mitchell version. Just more Cockney.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
They're not going to show that, so I think it's easier for people to watch.
They do show some pretty fucked things.
People like drama, but don't want it to feel real. I think that's part of what soap opera is.
I don't know. I feel like
that's
sometimes
where the soap comes into it. It's the clean version.
That's not.
I don't know where the opera comes into.
It's not clean though. It's not clean. Dramatics.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess it is meant to be dramatic.
But they don't sing enough.
They don't sing.
Only every now and then on like a Red Nose Day special.
I think that you know what I would watch
soap operas if they were operas.
Yeah, it's musicals.
Danny Dyer singing, yes please.
Oh, is he still there? I thought he was left.
I don't know.
Oh man.
No, I think he
got
forced.
What is this?
I think he got forced to take some time off and then come back to it or something like that.
Forced to take time off.
Yeah. I don't know if he was getting too intense or something. But I don't think he's like fired. I think it's just like he's on a break and then he's coming back later on.
Yeah. Cool. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I feel like I've given.
I think there's a lot of things we haven't covered with this, though. Particularly how much Snoop Dogg likes Coronation Street.
What? Is this a thing?
That's the thing.
What?
He was in one. Do you not know that?
Oh my God.
I believe it's. I think it's Coronation Street.
Oh my God.
Snoop Dogg likes some weird things.
He does. He's an amazing guy. Like, it's just
so sure
his
it's
character
Coronation Street.
Is just two jokes. But you know what it is?
Wow.
I just don't want to talk
I'll tell you how real it is that he was in Coronation Street. I just typed into Google Snoop Dogg and the first hit was Coronation Street.
Wow.
That's how much that motherfucker.
He's curried up. Curried up.
Coronation Street. Yeah, he wanted to be in it. And apparently, I think he was in an episode, but he's certainly been to the set and stuff like that.
Wow.
How weird is that? I think that's condensed to leave it on as well.
That is. Well, it's good. It's global.
But I want to know what people think, because I'm sure
reflection of
some people must watch Coronation. I feel like a lot of people watch soap operas but don't like them as well. So I'm quite interested to see what people think about it. I would like to get some comments going on this.
Yeah.
Let's start a discussion. But that's it for this section. We're going to take a little break, and then when we come back, we'll start a new topic and talk about something else. Maybe the opera of soaps. I like to get squeaky clean, la 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 la. And nobody talk past me. I'm so fresh and clean.
Bubbles.
Scrabble dabble dab dabble dab dabble dab. Scrabble dabble dab.
It's a wonderful waste of time.
Hello and welcome back from what is literally, I always say that, but it's been like literally about 5 seconds for people listening. It just goes, wonderful waste of time, back in. Nothing.
Boom.
What a long break you've had. That would be a break for sponsors if someone would be willing to give us money. Come on, people. Give us money.
And then you get to say, like, you can literally just give us money and say your name.
We'll make adverts for you in our podcast.
Yeah.
It won't even be like a shitty, like, generic advert. It'll be us doing it. That's fun. That's fun times. Pay us for that.
There we go.
Give us money. This is a personal plea. I need money.
Pay me, man!
I need British currency to buy things.
Well, yeah, you do, because if you didn't, it'll be stealing. No, not an option.
I wasn't going to say stealing. I was going to say, you can have it in a different currency. It didn't have to be British, but the conversion rate, I don't want to have to deal with that. I'd rather just get paid straight up in English money.
Yeah, I mean, how many places are you going to find where you're going to be able to pay with, like, I don't know, pesos or dollars?
No, not many places with pesos, especially not Spain, where it's no longer a currency. Because it's been euros for such a long time. Such a long time. I believe I think there's another country that uses pesos anyway, but not Spain, which is I'm sure where you were thinking of. No. So let's spin the wheel to find out who's doing the next category.
Go on.
Go. Do a noise. You didn't need to do that one again. Me.
You said do a noise. I thought we were sticking with the strings.
Oh, it can be any noise. Do a soap opera noise. Do bubble, bubble, bubble. Go. Bubble, bubble. Oh, that was your soap opera. That was your soap opera song. You just did.
Oh, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Oh, sorry, did I miss the S? Stop. TV. Double TV episode.
Oh, like a fucking Eastenders omnibus.
I'd like to talk about Emmerdale.
Oh, please don't.
No, I'm going to go like completely the opposite. And I think it can tie in slightly because the thing I want to talk about does do over dramatic things, but in a more fun way.
Like,
so the show that I'm going to tag it under is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Ah, man, I've been missing out on this. Go on.
You certainly have if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to put in brackets is the words lovable bastards.
Okay.
So I want to talk about shows with characters who are arseholes.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think it's interesting how much you can get away with when your characters are bad people.
Yeah.
So, specifically in that, I think they do very, very well. They're one of the best shows for doing this. In creating a set of characters who are bad enough that they can pretty much do anything. And it feels acceptable because you're not thinking they're making fun of the thing. They're making fun of people who are so stupid that they would do what the characters are doing.
Yeah.
There's a couple of particular things I want to go into. Well, I should just go into one of the bigger things early on that I think is really interesting. I feel like no other show could get away with one of the things that they've done.
Go on. Which was?
So, you'd be quite surprised to watch a television show and see blackface in it anymore.
Whoa.
But in the context of two idiots trying to make a sequel to Lethal Weapon...
Whoa.
And one of them wanting to be Danny Glover.
Whoa.
It kind of becomes okay.
No.
If you watch the show, trust me on this, it's done in a way where it doesn't feel like it's being racist.
Wow.
It genuinely feels like, but it's not like blackface, like...
Yeah, no, I mean...
he's specifically dressed as Danny Glover.
Oh my God.
But, no, trust me, maybe this would make more sense if you had watched this before coming into this.
Of course.
But it's interesting the way that they've done it where...
That's wow.
Why it's funny isn't because you're going, ha, he's in blackface. Blackface is funny. Aren't black people funny? You're going, this guy's stupid enough that he thinks it's okay for him to be doing blackface in this.
Don't look at it. That's just that. That's wow.
In the terms of the context, it genuinely works.
No,
you're laughing at the person, not at what they're doing.
I'm sure there's definitely
and what I think is
that.
even better about it is that it's one specific character who does it, even though so there's two of them playing the two characters of Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
And every now and then they argue and swap characters. But when they swap characters, the other one does not do blackface. He literally just does a Danny Glover impression. But it's only when that one specific one does it. And what I love most of all is that when it's him doing Danny Glover, it's a better impression of Danny Glover.
Oh my God.
It works better that way round.
I know they've obviously done that.
But it's a thing that they've brought back a couple of times, and every time it's just like, it's kind of oddly charming.
Oh, it's so
like,
crazy.
You need to watch it to understand it,
yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Out of context, it sounds really bad.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think that's the whole point. Is it's going to sound pretty shocking, and you're like, "Oh, this is crazy. Let me watch this."
But they'll go into a lot of very dark territory.
That's.
There is also an ongoing thing of, so one of the characters is, well, basically he's a psychopath.
Okay.
He's like a functioning sociopath.
Yeah.
They never really explicitly say it.
Yeah.
But they sort of question him on a few things, and it's pretty clear he's basically got no emotions.
Oh, wow.
And he just kind of wants to shag everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's done in a way, again, where it doesn't feel as skeezy some of the time. So I think because it didn't sound skeezy, they amped it up a bit. So he was already, like, being a bit of a dick trying to shag everyone, and it was a bit we've seen this before.
Yeah.
Then there's this thing called the Dennis system, where it sort of amps up, and you get this thing later on which he refers to as the implication, which is the implication that if you are trapped with someone and probably about to die, you'll sleep with them. So putting someone in a situation where essentially you're trapped together and you might die makes people more open to having sex with him.
He keeps setting up situations.
For example, he doesn't keep setting them up.
Okay.
But he'll be like, he's very open to going on a boat to open water where there's no one else around because of the implication.
Oh, so that heel.
It's very, very rapey.
Oh my fucking God. I've just clocked onto what. Oh my God.
It's the only time that I think anyone's ever made a rape joke and it's actually been humorous.
That is just so crazy.
It's really crazy. Fucked up.
Wow. But they've been running for ages, haven't they?
Yeah, because it's a really fucking good show. It's so well done. But they'll take like little things and make them really fucked up as well. So there's one of the main characters called Charlie. He's like a huge like fan favorite. But he has this ongoing thing. So he's a strange character. I'd like to just generally explain him a little bit because it makes him interesting.
Yeah.
He's basically like just really stupid. They get him to do what they call Charlie work, which is all the things that they don't want to do, like cleaning, killing the rats in the pub basement and stuff like that, which he does with a baseball bat. He's very creative, but he can't write or read. He writes in like symbols and squiggles and stuff like that only he understands.
Okay.
He at one point he can play the shit out of the piano.
Yeah.
He wrote a rock opera at one point, and they've performed the rock opera. It's the story of the day man and the night man.
Okay.
In which the day man is this little boy who is attacked by the night man in the night. Yeah. It's basically very much implied that this is the story of him being molested as a child.
Wow.
But they put it on as a musical at one point because he writes it as a musical and doesn't really say what it is. And the rest of them are like, is this what this is about?
Yeah.
But everyone is such a heightened version of everyone being arseholes that you kind of really accept them doing anything.
Yeah.
There's even a bit in it where
expect any better from them.
It's all like a surrealist version of his story, the rock opera thing.
Yeah.
Where there's a bit where Danny DeVito's in it as well.
Yeah.
And he's playing a troll in the musical who makes the Nightman pay a toll to get to the boy, to take the boy's soul. But he says it in the way that Danny DeVito would say it, which is you have to pay the toll troll to get into this boy's soul. So it sounds more like he's just making him pay to go and molest the child.
I'm just
so that they can be quite blunt with stuff.
I'm so speechless. I'm just
episode 13.
Getting
weird. We've gone very far from soap operas.
Whoa! do you never think, like, how do people get away with this?
But that's
it's jokes, though.
I get how
it
is very good. I think you say you don't know how people get away with it. I entirely understand why they get away with it. If you do it well,
because
I can see how out of context it sounds like really just wrong and bad. Yeah. But it is a very good version of social commentary that I think just hasn't been done that well. The difference between
good writing, don't it? It's just it's easy to put like
the way that you handle things does make a huge difference.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've no doubt that they've probably. I mean, I have a thing with blackface that I think it should never be used even as a joke.
I genuinely think if you watch this series,
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because I've wanted to watch it already.
Okay, because that's the thing. I think you're saying that you think it shouldn't be used in any context, and I think that's exactly the point they're making.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it. That's kind of why they do all of these things, is because they're saying that this is what a stupid person would come up with.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because it's just them making a sequel to Lethal Weapon with their friends and a shit camcorder, and it's all just like really shittily done.
No, I'm just... You know, I think I'm just like, you know, blackface all no. You know, like I'm that guy. I just don't want to touch. But I'm sure that's the thing about good writing. Like they've been running for that long, where to do things like that, you have to really get it right. Otherwise, it's gonna go horribly wrong.
If they'd handled it differently, it would have been.
Yeah. So but even if it's not even how they'll handle it, it's just kind of as writers or whatever, they could have literally, you know, put that any other way, and it could have just been like, whoa, that's a bit fucked up, you know, like, because it's not, you know, I'm hoping you don't just see random blackface being used, like, oh, that was coolly used, as, you know, but it's like, no, actually, that was really well done. It's like, I can't really complain about that. It's just they using it as commentary on the situation rather than.
It's not like they get soapboxy about it either. It's not like they make a point of going, this is a wrong and bad thing. It is just like...
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about
one of them will do something, and then another one of the group will be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
So it's done in like a natural feeling way as well.
Man.
I think it's a very interesting version of racism. Social commentary.
Yeah, man.
They've hit pretty much all the extremes.
It probably sounds like it. I've been told to like watch it.
I've barely scratched the surface. I've definitely gone for some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more stuff that they've got into that it's pretty weird, and it does escalate as well as it goes on. They definitely become stranger as characters as the series got. There's
how many seasons
11 now, I think.
Jeez, wow, it's been going for a while.
I think they're making the 12th one at the moment.
Jesus, wow.
Yeah,
I've got a lot.
Huge show.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about some other shows that do it, which don't. Well, I suppose every now and then they do go into a similar thing, but not as much and not to as high-end extremes as It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But other shows with like Lovable Bastards.
Can I very
go
quickly interrupt on that one? Did Scrubs do blackface?
Maybe. I think they might have done like a fantasy sequence where Turk and JD swapped, and Turk was white and JD was black. Okay, that may have been a thing.
Okay,
I'm not sure though. I feel like it may have been.
I feel like they would have. Yeah, I love Scrubs though. Anyways,
so I was going to talk about Arrested Development.
Yeah,
have you ever seen Arrested Development?
No.
So Arrested Development is about like a family of just like
essentially
bad people who are like they're rich and snobby and stupid, and basically Jason Bateman's the only thing that's keeping his family from all being either homeless or in prison and stuff like that. But that's another show that will take it to some places that are rather inappropriate every now and then, nowhere near to the same degree.
Okay.
But if you want me to push the button for you, because after having the blackface thing, there isn't a bit with blackface in it. There is a bit where one of the characters, called Job, has a puppet. Of very much a racist cliche of a black guy, but it's to make a song that he wants to release called the main line of which is "It's not easy being black, it's not easy being white," and it's about unity and stuff. But he's an idiot, so it all comes out wrong. But it very much does the same thing. This is the point that I'm trying to make in talking about Lovable Bastards. That's the very, that's the most face value
It's
version.
not easy being black, it's not easy being white.
I can't remember the rest of the lyrics, but that is the main line of the song.
Aww. It's not easy being human.
That's what he's trying to say, but with a puppet.
That looks like, what are they called again? What's the doll one called?
Oh, it doesn't look like that. A gollywog. No, it doesn't look like that.
Is it more like...
No, it's got like a tracksuit and a big chain and an afro.
Oh, is it like... Oh,
it's
right.
like a 90s like cliche.
Wow.
What was I going to say?
So why didn't he just get a black guy?
That's part of
the
joke, I feel. So I was to say the reason why I was calling it Lovable Bastards is because I think that's like the lowest form of this that I can talk about, is that like it's more acceptable that they're bastards. Like they're all like bad people, and that's just scratching the surface of all of them. Like that's the tipping point of everything. You accept them in terms of a social commentary of them being bastards, and then they can get away with stuff.
Yeah,
and then they can just keep layering it on and pushing it further and further.
It's definitely, that's definitely like a thing.
And I think when you know that the character is a bad person,
you expect less from them. Like,
it's okay to take it to that place.
Yeah, you drop a certain filter as well.
Really. I just think it's generally interesting that if you saw literally any of the things I've talked about on another show, it would be really horrible.
Yeah.
It would feel horrible to watch. It would be horrible. And it would get shut down.
Probably.
But within the context that it's laid out, it works. And I just think it's interesting why you're accepting of that. I think it's interesting to think of like...
Same way why people accept the acting in soap operas. Fucking disgusting.
I just think it's not. I don't know how to explain it, but like I think, like you say, you have lower expectations of them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like
it makes
more sense that
it's
they
also
would do that.
It's comedy as well.
Yeah.
It's also that if they were just arseholes, then if they did those things, it would still be disgusting because they're just arseholes. If it was they were funny and they did these things, it would be like, oh, they're not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Because they've done this horrific thing.
But
because they walk this one specific, very thin line, the balance shifts a little bit. And it becomes less awkward to watch.
Yeah, I guess if it becomes a thing, that part of them being funny is because they're assholes.
Yeah.
Like...
So when they do bad things, it's still like...
You're able to laugh at the fact that they're doing it.
The fact that they're doing it because you know they're a bad person.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Rather than, it's a good guy, why is he doing this thing? That's a bit weird.
Yeah, I feel like if it was slightly off in either direction, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously a very delicate thing to do, but I feel like you have to be like a very good... Well, it's never a writer, it's usually several writers across several seasons and stuff like that. But yeah, they have to be very well written for it to not be...
Yeah, definitely.
Uncomfortable at the very minimum.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I do need to watch it though, I've been told.
I was also... I don't think I'm going to talk that much about it, but I was also going to say there's a program called The League as well that does some similar things. That's very good.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Well, you should watch that one as well. It's very good.
Oh, man.
That doesn't go to like that kind of thing as well, but there's like several characters in it who are just arseholes. They're all like... It's a group of friends who are in like a fantasy football league together.
Okay, yeah.
But they're all just like horrible to each other all the time.
Fair enough.
But it's funny.
Group of friends. Yeah.
And it feels very normal. Yeah, so that's kind of like the nicer version of it. They do some... There are some weird things in it and stuff like that. But obviously I started at a very high point, so it's kind of hard to go further down. I went to the most extreme show first. And then Arrested Development is a bit more tame than that. And then The League is more just... is a very, very funny show. But...
that has like a little bit...
Yeah, it's got nowhere near as much of that kind of thing in it. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really watch TV that much anyways. I can't really lie.
You mostly watch anime.
If
you are watching TV.
Yeah. You know what I've been watching lately? I'm trying to catch up on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I used
Where
to watch.
are you currently?
Season 5 episode.
So you're not that far behind.
Yeah, no, I've done well.
And plus, you're on where it's getting really good as well.
Yeah, you know what? I've
you've
liked
gone past
it.
like the.
It's been slow.
bits.
Yeah, it's been slow. Yeah,
The second series is like the slowest.
Slow. But the third and fourth are really good though.
Third picks up a little bit.
Yeah,
fourth gets really good. The series you're on's really good.
Yeah.
And is there 6 series?
Yeah.
I think the current one's 6th one.
7th, no.
Seventh,
yeah.
Oh, okay, but then it just keeps getting better. The current series is very good.
Cool.
It's very horrific in places, but it's a very good show.
Yeah, no, I've so much hysteria around it, so I thought, yeah. So no, it's just been that. American Horror Story as well, actually.
Yeah, I haven't really watched that.
That's right. It's good for. I think the first. I like the first one. I like the first one more than anything.
Didn't hold my attention as much.
And anime.
And anime.
And
but any of the things that I've talked about, as much as obviously I've probably quite ham-fistedly talked about these things, so it's probably not necessarily done you any favours into watching them.
No, I'm still gonna watch the show. Though.
It might pique your curiosity a bit anyway. But they're all on Netflix if you have Netflix.
Yeah, I got Netflix.
You can watch. Actually, you can watch. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, The League, and Arrested Development. All of it.
Won't be watching the
whole thing's on there.
Like it just sounds a bit shit.
It's really good.
Okay.
You're doing this based on literally nothing. It sounds a bit.
No,
shit.
yeah, it was just the what's it, fantasy football thing. I was just like,
It's kind of not really that much about that. That's like part of it. Yeah. It's more about their friendship. Tell it, Dad. Go watch some soap operas instead.
Yeah, I want to see some drunken people who fell in love with their sister's mother and.
Their sister's mother is their mother.
Stepsister. Dun dun dun. Oh. Yeah, you didn't see that twist coming, did you?
I didn't.
No. Okay then.
There is a similarity, to bring it back to what we've been talking about for like the whole episode. There is some similarity, oddly, between like the kind of comedies that I'm talking about and soap operas in how you just handle like extreme situations.
True.
Like I think you can take a murder in Albert Square and it happens so many times it doesn't matter.
It's actually quite
it's the same thing.
You get desensitized to people dying.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. If somebody dies, it's just like, they died.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're going to end up laughing at them having died, probably.
Wow.
Because of the way that it's treated, it won't matter.
Crazy. That's
how comedy works.
Yeah, well, that's how good comedy works. You're meant to laugh. Makes you laugh about anything, really.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm laughing about this and it's fucked up. Ha ha ha.
Should we leave it there? I don't think we've really got much more to say. I kind of went through mine really quickly.
Yeah.
I just brought up some points from it.
Doing it, like, but I just wanted to put out there that my, my custom call profiles out there, spotlight and all that. Dauda. I'll put my actor's name there just so people can find me.
Dauda.
Yes. Oh, Dauda.
One name.
That's my last name as well. Oh yeah.
Well, you do if you want people to ever find you.
I'm the only Dauda in the world.
Are you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Seriously.
That'll help.
I've never met another Dauda, so I must be the only.
So there can't be any more.
Yeah,
you've never met them.
Isn't that how all realities are formed?
Just solely based on your interpretation of the world.
Of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want any jobs, that's your own business.
That was a ladder jobby, by the way. LAD job.
If you've got anyone you need to play, like, any kind of dog. From Great Danes to not so Great Danes, I've got the man for the job.
Woof. Woof. Oh, I can't believe that.
So I guess let's leave it there for now then.
Yeah.
So that's it for this episode where we went through a little bit of rantiness and then got into some darker territory, which out of context, I suppose it doesn't help that you haven't seen any of it. It would have been easy to talk about if you'd seen all of it because you need to have that context.
I feel like it's something.
I think if anyone's listening and has seen those shows, they're going to entirely get where I'm coming from. Yeah. But I feel like if you haven't seen them, you're probably going to be like, that's not okay, you shouldn't like these shows. Stuff like that. There are definitely people that are going to feel that way.
Oh yeah, there will be people always though who feel that way about anything that touches anything extreme. I mean, like, It's done 11 fucking series, man. Must be doing something right. It's like
Truth.
So yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna check it out. I was still gonna check it out. To be fair. I was gonna check it out before you said that. I'm still gonna check it out now.
You definitely should. I think if you're gonna watch, well, if you want a shorter one, Arrested Development's only 4 seasons, but
fuck Arrested Development. I don't know why I said that. I'm probably gonna watch
good
that
as well. So,
yeah, no,
you're very against all of these shows that I'm telling you are very good shows.
Do you know what it is? It's because none of them have me in it.
It's because you've not been hired into them yet.
There we go. So that's
there's a lack of Great Dane roles in them.
You know what it is? There's actually is a lack of pantomime in our
on television.
On television.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Nah, there's definitely
have you
not.
got any shout outs for this episode? No, you got nothing you want to shout out.
You know what? I was just like
something unlucky.
It's
episode 13. Any advice for unlucky people?
Any advice? If you're gonna apply for something, really, really check up on it. Make sure you get what you're doing here, because
make sure you get a dictionary. Check all those words out.
Well, you may just turn up one day thinking you're gonna be playing some sort of happy, chappy dog. Go lucky, everything's good. The next thing, you're in a wig and a bright pink dress, and your voice hurts after a week and a half because it's been high pitched for too long in these days. So really,
you know what's even better? It's just like I can't imagine what it would have been like if you'd shown up to a panto to audition for the role and it was a great day. What would you have done in the panto?
I don't know.
That would have been more embarrassing if you played a dog.
I don't know. Actually, I thought,
done what?
I didn't think it was going to be like, I thought it would just be like a, I don't know, minimum costume, but then just play it wacky. So I thought a dog, a dog in a panto makes, I don't know panto. I don't do panto, man. Panto's a very British thing as well.
Yeah.
Very British. So British.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a reflection on Eastenders.
Comes from soap operas. That's basically what it is. Soap operas with bright colours.
Yeah, there we go. So,
shout outs for me. I said about watching some things on Netflix. If you've seen all of those shows and you want some more stuff to watch, I don't know if I'll ever get round to talking about it. I might do, but I've just started watching a show called Girl Boss on Netflix, which is really good. It's about... Is
that Girl Boss?
Girl Boss, yes. It's about... it even says at the beginning of it, a very loosely based story about it's sort of a biopic of the woman who started a company called Nasty Gal, which is like a clothing store.
Oh, sick.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And if you watch it, and she's a bit of a lovable bastard at the beginning of it. There's my tie-in for it. For the first couple of episodes, she just comes across as a sort of lovable dick, and then as it goes along with it more, it gets more like sentimental, and it's really good. I've watched I think 6 or 7 episodes of it, and it's really good. Cool. So check that out. What's your question for the episode?
You know what? I had it earlier as well.
Make a new one.
Oh no, here it is. Why the fuck are you still watching soap operas?
That's not a question.
It is.
I have a question if you're not going to do a question.
It is a question.
I'm going to force you a question of the day on you.
No, man, that's my
question.
If
you had to play a dog in something, which dog would you play? What breed of dog? Last episode was all about the best dogs. Now I want to know what breed of dog would you want to play?
You know what? Yeah, fuck it, God. That's a good one.
Your question was just angry and bitter.
It was angry and it was...
But we do also still want to know that. I still want to know why. Why in the fuck you're still watching soap operas? I genuinely
want to know what the appeal is to people. I do.
I'm curious about that.
So there we go.
Also the dog thing.
Cool. Less the dog thing though.
And also again a shout out again to. Oh, I said again so many times then. A shout out to Studio 3 Arts, where we're recording this podcast, which is a community centre in Barking, which helps out anyone trying to do creative things. As long as you're a nice person. If you come in here being a dick, you ain't going to get much help.
Well, I mean, that applies for everywhere, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't be a dick.
That's life.
Yeah.
Don't be a wanker unless you're a lovable wanker. you need to be a lovable bastard, not just a bastard. That's it. That's it for this podcast, and we'll see you next episode, where we'll be doing a top 5 of something. What that will be, we'll find out next episode. See you later.
Bye. It's a wonderful waste of
time.